guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we made our way through the sewers, and I did the little bit of level grinding I said. I did end up fighting one extra battle, which jumped me over to level 16, but that's not a big deal. One thing I do want to go over, if you were killing the Grand Mantises and you wanted a quick way of doing it, there are two effective ways of doing that. One is putting death on your status attack and just attacking him. He's more weak to magic than he is to physical attacks. Or you can use Kesis' limit break and use the generator on him, as that will instantly kill him most of the time anyway. I think he's got about 20% resistance to either one, so it's not going to guarantee to work, but it works often enough that it's an effective way of taking them down. Aside from that, now that I've learned a couple of things, I want to go over what exactly my GFs were working on. We started off, I think, with Strength Junction originally. We moved on to Spirit Junction. We learned Spirit Junction, so that's helpful there. And then we're going to start working on HP plus 40. Not really because we particularly need HP plus 40, but because it unlocks an ability that I would like. And let's see, over here, we finished working on Mug. That was one kind of off to the side reason why I decided to do this little bit of level grinding here. But it's not necessary at all. So we learned that. Once we learn that, I'm going to work on HP Junction, so everyone will finally have full HP. It's been a little while coming, but we'll get that done. And then I'll work on Dark Side here. Over here, the first thing we worked on, as I mentioned before, was Recovery Med RF. So we got that learned, and the next thing we want to work on is Magic Junction. The reason why I worked on Magic Junction second is because you need to complete this in order to unlock Status Attack Junction, which is the next thing I would like to work on. Now, it may seem odd that the same character has both Carbuncle and Siren, since those are the only two GFs I have with Status Attack Junction. Well, for the one, Siren's the only one who's learned it, and Carbuncle's going to work on it. By the time, and probably even before, Carbuncle masters this, we'll have gotten to a point where we can get a new GF, and that's when I'll be rearranging some of my GFs and putting different GFs with other characters and all that kind of jazz. Anyway, the last thing I want to do, we have learned a couple of new abilities I'm not particularly worried on. I guess I'll go over what mid magic does, just because I probably won't use it. Let's go to Zell, who has things. It turns 5 of the low level into the mid level spells. So 5 cures into a cura spell. It's basically not useful at any point. But card mod, if you want to get some new ammo for our friend here, we should probably see if we can do that. And most of the level 6 cards, they tend to have some. So we're just going to refine these here. So we got some dark ammo, some demolition ammo, some fire ammo, and nobody else has anything interesting. If you want, you can refine some Gizzard cards into screws. And, and let's go over to ammo refine, and we can get some other stuff out of there. You refine normal ammo, it goes 1-to-1 into fast ammo. If you also want fast ammo, we can go back to card mod. And where are you? This guy here refines into 10 of them, so we can easily max ourselves out on fast ammo, which is good because fast ammo, as the name implies, you go through it quite quickly. If you want to get more normal ammo, you can refine screws, which the way I got those, if I haven't mentioned it, was refining Gizzard cards, so that you can do that if you want to do that. And what else? You do more dark ammo, which we've already seen. AP ammo. Chef's knives are from Toneberry cards, so we can do that if we want some AP ammo. And let's see, we have pretty much all of the other different types of ammo. I figure it was a good idea to try and do that now, since, well, the other thing we need to do after hitting the save point here is we need to switch our junctions. Right now, Zell had Squalls, Quistis had Irvines, and Selfie had ones I want to give to Renoa. So yeah, as you might guess, we're going to be moving on to the other perspective here momentarily. So I think now is a good time to switch over our junctions. Now, you may remember this area from where we were before, when we had the Laguna sequence going, and we can't get out the door. This is somewhat confusing if you haven't been here before and realize that you have the option of going up here, but hopefully you eventually figure it out when you, okay, I can't do anything, let's go back down and see if I was supposed to do something down there, and then they give you that option. Can't look outside. Oh. Zell's taking a look there. Nice pixelation. Well, they made it just in time. Did those two just warp onto the screen out of nowhere? Looked like they weren't there for a second. Well, we're back to more of this. More dancing. Most intriguing aspect is about Adia is entirely the eyes. You know, the purple veins, the color of the eyes in general. Hit the switch. Yeah, the switch is over here. I don't know if this is timed. If you run out of time, if you wait too long, I don't know. I've never waited very long before doing it, but there we go. Our trap has been sprung. Right. He can't do this. You always choke like this. Why did they send you with us if you choke all the time? That sounds like a terrible idea. Just shoot. Yes, you will. That's kind of what we're doing here. That's the point. I can understand pressure and you may wobble your shot around a little bit, but just shoot them in general. I don't think that's going to help, Squall. Yeah, that is probably the best advice you can give them. It doesn't matter if you hit or not. Signal for us to make our move. Because remember, plan B. We go in and we assault the sorceress directly. Please, just take your shot. Just a sign. Well, there you go. That's no biggie. Yeah, you shot dead on. You just waited too long because you couldn't figure out when you wanted to shoot. Oh, so I guess those two are going to back you up. They give you the opportunity here to switch junctions if you haven't decided to do that already. You could throw in some cure spells if you wanted to. I'm not worried. Take care of Renoa. And you guys back me up. The rest of this plays out automatically. Again, I love the seamless transition. The seamless transition is excellent. I'm not sure why there was randomly a car there or why the keys were in there, but I'll take it. Well, he definitely drives like a teenager, doesn't he? Interesting roaming camera. Ah, yes, you were there, weren't you? This is how it turned out indeed. You become the sorceress's lapdog. Her knight, huh? Always been your dream, huh? Well, the game started with this confrontation. It's only fair that we even the score. Now, besides the fact that we already have our final weapon, and if you noticed how my junctions were set up, I had switched some of them around. I now have, I think, either quakes or tornadoes on my attack. It still isn't going to change the fact that this guy has next to nothing as far as strength goes. You could draw things from him if you wanted to. All he can do is cast the fire spell and do his normal attack, and he always forgets to pull the trigger. And we got auto-healed, apparently. Fulfill your dream, huh? Oh, look at that. You can use your trigger. And the reason I'm just sitting here is because there's really not much to this fight. Let's see here. How much HP of round do you have? At maximum level, which I'm guessing is level 20, he has 1100 HP. One more attack. And we one-shot him. Yeah, the game's pretty easy. Even if I haven't done all the things, if I have my first weapon and I have, I don't know, I think bio spells are accessible to us at this point, or quake spells are even pretty easy to get with a minor amount of card playing. We still have a strength stat of over 50 at this point, and we knock them down in 2 or 3 shots. It's really, really easy. Planted in a rundown garden. If you have decided that you wanted to put on Mug before this fight, gonna redeem yourself, huh? If you wanted to, you could have stolen with the Mug command a hero, which is an invincibility item from Cypher. It's not necessary, don't worry about it. And from this lady here, you can get an elixir. Again, not particularly important. If you wanted, you could stock up on dispels, move your dispels over to your other characters, get extra ones here. Same with the life spell, same with the double spell. If you want to do any of that, you could draw Cura spells if you want. I don't really care. The Accursed Seed, huh? Now, the way she functions, well, she's a sorceress. What do you expect? She's going to cast a lot of spells on us, and she has some pretty high level ones at that. As you can see, she's working with like level 3 spells. She should have around somewhere between 1,000 and 7,000 HP. As if I haven't mentioned it, not only do enemies level up with you, but bosses do as well. Typically, bosses have a cap, though. Hey, there's counter. But yeah, so bosses usually have a cap, and I believe her cap is level 20. And the maximum HP she can have varies depending on what her level is. So, depending on what you want to do, or depending on what your level is, she could have, 3,000, which I'm guessing is the case this time around. Irvin, I think you should have some fun with this one. Let's see if you can get your redemption here. Let's get your limit break going, and we'll show off some of your other things here. Shot. So, oops. Do I have? I was wondering if there's a tooltip option. I pressed select, it didn't work. So fast ammo just reacts really, really quickly. Pulse ammo I would not use at this point because we can't get more of it unless we play a butt ton of cards or get a much higher level, and we don't really want to do that right now. AP ammo stands for armor piercing. It's slow, but it pierces vitality stat. Normal is just a normal one. Dark inflicts, I think, a random status effect. Fire is fire-based, and demolition is, I think, just high damage and slow. Slow meaning you'll get less shots off. So my personal favorite is fast ammo, but you can choose whichever type of ammo you want. So let's give, and you just basically rocket through all your shots here. Keep spamming the R1 button. So we got that one off. Let's see what we can do with some AP ammo right now. And yeah, the damage is much higher early game. Later on in the game, once you can max out his strength, then fast ammo becomes a little more viable. 20 AP. We learned a bunch of things. It's not usually how battles end. We don't usually end a battle and go on to what the boss is doing after the fact. And that is the bad ending. That's all for Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. And I'll see you guys next time.